Hey guys, I'm back, and this is my second video that I'm trying to make, and I think before I get going, just in case if maybe it's the first time somebody's seen this video, this is me trying to get into ministries 24/7. So I've had this big long journey since I've changed my life, and all I wanted to do was get in and work for the church. Basically, that's what I wanted my occupation to be, but to this day, I still haven't found that opportunity. So. God laid it on my heart, man. Just start sharing, and I guess like if you could say like what the title of what my episodes would be, it would be a journey through transformation. Just showing you that who I was and what I became, and with them now what I'm going through. uh, I hope through this journey that start making these videos get easier, because I read I've read a lot about trying to become a speaker and stuff like that. And one thing it says that you should never tell your audience is that you're nervous or something like that, because then they will remain focused on you being nervous and not really over the message. But I really think that it's important to show people what you're going through, like the truth, not trying to be fake. Sorry, I got a cat down here messing with my table. Yeah, I went through extremely. Another thing they say is like your background, right? So I figure he is the reason why I changed my life, and I figure I'd try to give him all the glory through this all, and just hope that the Holy Spirit would speak to me and touch the hearts and minds of the people out there who are going either went through the same thing I'm going went through the same things that I went through, or if you're going through what I'm going through, where you're trying to get in somewhere, but you just keep constantly getting no's. And I think it's in God's timing of when we're truly reproved, like when He truly can use us. When you really start sacrificing and giving up things. So I just let y'all know, man, this is not easy for me. I don't know if it looks easy or not, but I promise you, like, I can sit there and I can talk to people all day long, but sitting here talking to myself in this camera is hard to me. Like, I mean, I even got like my little notes and everything. Like, I try to be legit with like trying to stay on topic of, but anything that I try to teach anybody, it's always, how hard things are. Like if I teach you about church, I'm going to teach you that it's hard, because one thing that I got constantly pulled into is that when you live for God, or you start living, that life, that everything would just pan out for you. And I'm telling you, that is so far from the truth. Now, I believe there's come a time where, you'll start seeing, receiving the blessings of God, and seeing how that plays out in your life will deepen your faith for you to go through your struggles. Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to be afflicted, man. You're going to go through anything. I truly believe that our purpose on earth is to unspool us. I believe that. I can go into a deeper story of that later on. But I think I was trying to contemplate, should I go into my childhood first, or should I go into, who I was as an adult, and then explain my childhood? Because I really want you to really get the full understanding of who I was, so you can understand what, God did for me. Um, First of all, I want to, introduce to my family, and um, I have a wife who's been with me for 11 years. Don't know how we made it, but we did, and we have the a deeper connection that I never thought I could have with a spouse. I didn't, know that I could actually love somebody the way I love her, and get the same back, get the same love back in return. Through it all, I can honestly say that she probably loved me more going through everything, because I was just a selfish human being that manipulator. I just want what I wanted. And so I really like to come from a place of being transparent with that. But so I have a wife I've been with for 11 years. We're a blended family. I have 8 kids. I got 6 girls and 2 boys. Um, and then we have another 2 that we had to put up adoption because of the lifestyle that I was choosing to live. We didn't think it was fair to bring um, another child into the situation that we was of our brokenness. We already had 8 kids watching us go through drugs and marital problems, my anger problems, and and we just didn't feel like it was fair to drag another. I'm sorry, I got something on my tongue. another human being through that lifestyle. And looking back at it now, it does hurt, being that we changed our life, and we figured out how to. I figured out how to be a dad and a husband, and that was very hard to. I get to watch, the two that we adopted out. We get to watch them through pictures grow up, and if we wanted to, spend time with them, but it's hard. I have to admit that. I would love no more, but they came in solace one time, and I got to hold my daughter of it, and man, I wanted to keep her, but I knew I couldn't. I think we did. We made the right decision in not being selfish with that. I'll be posting pictures on here so you can kind of see my family and see, like, we're a beautiful mess, man. We really are. Hey, my little backdrop, stop. Man, I worked real hard trying to get a backdrop on here, and it done cut off. Well, that sucks. Oop. We'll pause that again. I'm really working hard on this. I know. I don't know. Did I lose y'all's attention? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just working hard. Just trying to try to come different. I don't want. I guess all my setting always be the same thing. I should just left it on the black screen. It looked pretty cool. But anyway, where do I get started? When I really thought about it, I really think that you need to know who I was first, instead of where I came from. So oh God, sorry, I had to go let my dogs in. So besides us having 8 kids, we also have 3 dogs, 2 turtles. I don't know how many fish now, and I'm waiting to get a bird. So if I get distracted or something like this, it's just because I have a bunch of animals running around this house. All right, so my first note that I made is, like I said, I think if I'm going to make a difference doing this, that you need to know truly who I was. And go on, Roscoe. Come on. This is Roscoe. Yeah, he's one of them. And we got Brody and all them. Anyway, so I guess I can first talk about, where I came from as being an addict. This comes from a place of, well, it's who you're around. I went to jail at 17 years old, got out when I was 18. I met some guys in jail that I thought were, I considered them to be my friend. And when I got out, they came pick me up, took me to the bowling alley, and they gave me an X-Tab. And I didn't want to take the X-Tab because at that time, only thing I knew was, that it ate holes in your brain. I didn't want the holes in my brain. So I was reluctant at first, but they was, persistent, because, that's how the devil is going to be. He's going to come in and try to, to get you, and he will use people to get to you. And they convinced me to take a half a pill, and if I didn't feel it, take the other half. Well, by the end of that night, I was an addict. I took it and I liked it, and I went down a long journey with X-Tabs, coke, methamphetamines. I mean, you name it. If I could get high, I would never been a downer person. I've always liked to be up. I mean, I did. Of course, I was an addict, so if I didn't have this, I'd take that, like lower tabs and stuff like that. Going down that road of being an addict, I have been everything. I have been the liar, the cheater, the abuser, the drifter. I basically homeless, but I always had a place to sleep, man. God protected me through my journey. I can look back now. It's one thing that's beautiful about when you change your life and you look back at some people who, I mean, I deserved it to be on the street. I deserved not to have nothing to my name. And through it all, I mean, he provided everything. I never, I did lack food sometimes. I ain't gonna lie about that. I remember one time I was so hungry that I was jumping the neighbor's fence and stealing the pears off the tree, and that's how I ate for about 2 weeks. Just stay high, and man, it's just, just rough patches in my life. I don't know if I should go like truly in like detail, like I mean, because I feel like if you're a true addict or you're just getting into it, like you should know like what it all causes, right? Um, but I had a lot of anger problems, and I would have to say probably meth, contributed to that too. But it was really bad. Like I'd put my hands on my wife, my kids. I think I done tore up everything in a house, body slam tables, punch holes in walls. Just I mean, my wife literally would have described me as I was the devil walking around the house. But the thing that she would tell me now, like when I look back at it, she would say that she could always look in my eyes, and she knew I didn't want to be like that. Uh, Another thing about with drugs with me, it wasn't an scapegoat of how I was raised or the things that I went through. I mean, I did drugs because like I liked to do drugs, man. I mean, they felt good to me. I always had a good time on it. As a matter of fact, as I can sit here and be honest with you right now, he's never took that desire away from me. Like some people say, like they prayed for it, for him to take that away, and it's not me. I used to love to get high, but the thing is what I know now of the Bible. They say the beginning relationship of the Lord is fear. And so that's what does it for me. I fear what God would do to me, that now that I know that he's real in my life, and now that I have applied him, and because it says you will be held accountable for what you know. It's just like a child getting in trouble. When they first got in trouble over something that they didn't know that was wrong, you didn't really get on to them that much. But then, they went back and they did it three times. You know what I'm saying? Like, the punishment gets worse and worse. So now that's what keeps me from running back to especially meth, is that I'm scared of what God would do to me. And through it all, I want his blessings. I want what the Bible says that I can have. And you have to come from a place of being really sacrifice and obedience to get that. And it's hard. That's why, like I always said, like if you're going to live this life, it's going to be so hard at first. Like you're going to want to give up at every turn, every corner, because it's like you feel like you're doing so good, then how can this happen? But if you get caught in that trap, that becomes self-righteousness, and because nobody's exempt, and God modeled that with Jesus. Like if Jesus had to be punished for things he didn't even do, then how much more should we be punished for what we do? Um, as far as me being an addict, I didn't care about anything. I didn't have no conscience. I didn't care about my kids having birthdays. I didn't care about Christmas or Thanksgiving. As a matter of fact, I've had holidays where me being twacked out, I showed my butt and pretty much ruined my kids' Christmases and Thanksgivings and birthdays. I mean, my kids have cried. I mean, I've had my own son look me in my eyes and say he wanted to kill himself because of who I was. Like, can you truly live with that? Because he just had the nerves to tell me. But how many more kids are out there running around while you are all in your brokenness? Sometimes I do have a hard time. I only, completed 8th grade, so I do have a hard time sometimes pronunciating my words, and especially spelling. I can't spell nothing. I promise you. I gotta like on my phone. I gotta be like, yeah, how do you spell this? That's me. But when you're out there and you're ripping and running like that, you're having a good time, but your kids are suffering. And I had to really realize that what I caused to them. And I went through a big change. Like I knew it was overnight. Now I ain't say I changed everything in my life overnight, but me going from who I was and knowing that I had to do something else, it was overnight. And when I got out of jail, my wife did take me back, but my kids did not want me here. None of them. Not my real kids, not my stepkids. Nobody wanted me here. Maybe my little ones, maybe. They love me. But it took 3 years, 3 years of me walking around this house. Them basically, my kids would not talk to me. If once I got home, they would go lock themselves in their room, and it was bigger than because once I finally changed, when I came home, I just didn't accept anything. Like I didn't want them listening to this type of music. TV, I was a little bit more hesitant on because I knew I couldn't stop everything at once, but I wouldn't let like certain kind of friends come over. Man, it caused my kids to like spit in my drink, put laxatives in my drink. Like, I mean, dude, they hated me that bad. And it took over 3 years for them to start seeing me different because, up until that point, I mean, I done told them 1,500 times that I was going to change. And that was just me trying to talk my way back into a house, with my wife. So, let's see. I think if this is really gonna like really really work, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the TV off. Is that you're gonna have to understand and learn how Satan's gonna set traps in your life. That was a big eye opener for me. Is I had to learn how he gets to us. And he started with my childhood working on me, and then as I got older is when it really 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 started coming out to play. you know I'm getting lost for words, really. Told you, man, this is hard. It's like this right here, if I can be just totally honest. Well, first of all, I mean, I've been doing a diagnosed with I got ADHD is what they say. I couldn't even say it right. But so I have all this information that I study and the things that I went through, and then trying to figure out how do I present that to everybody else without getting lost, because I have my brain's always racing of so much different things that I'm trying to say or want to say, and I just really want to keep everybody's attention on this. I really, my only objective through this all is to show somebody out there, hey, it's possible for you to do something else in your life. You know what I mean? Like, but like I tell everybody, yeah, the only way, practice makes perfect, right? Well, that's what you got to do. You got to start practicing slowing down on your anger, slowing down on your trust issues. How do I? Now, if you're out there just cheating, you just need to stop for real, because that ain't right to put the people that you love, or yeah, the people that love you through stuff like that, man. It just, yeah, man, it's just, that's hurt. That's that hurt for real. Like, and I was every bit of that. So, um, like I said, you're if we're gonna go through this journey together, like I said, I know I'm rough around the edges. I know I'm probably stutter. I might jump around a little bit, but I really believe that if I just keep on with it, then eventually, I guess it'll smooth itself out. I was thinking about like taking a video, taking a video, and then posting the best one. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep this. This is what I'm going through. Okay, so if you can, hmm, I don't know what I was saying. All right, I'm just gonna. I guess I'm gonna close this one out from now. But um, just know that I was a very true addict. Didn't know how to treat people. And the only thing I did was apply God in my life, and I read His Word every day. And He has shaped and molded me into the person that you see right now. And hopefully, He says that we're supposed to be beacons. We're supposed to, be a beacon of light. That means a beacon is like, if a ship was out to sea and it would see like a lighthouse or a blinking light, they would know that's where the port is. That's how you get there. So hopefully, I get to be somebody's beacon. Hopefully, that I can show you how much Christ has done for me, and that He can save you. Because I think deep down we don't want to live in that place of hopelessness, that of sitting in your truck trying to figure out what to do. So if I can help be that beacon to somebody, like I said, because I'm gonna be posting this on everything that I can over Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So if you see my videos, like, subscribe, um, hit for notifications. And the only reason why I say that is just because, man, I want some feedback, bro. I want people to talk to me. Like, I love talking to people. Like, talking to people is easy. And I'm hoping that once I start trying to learn how to get feedback from that my videos would become easier, with topics and stuff like that, which I have like a whole list of topics, but I really want y'all to, know who I am. So if you got a question of like who I was, or like how did I work something out of my life, just, like I said, make sure you get the notifications that when I post a video, you can watch it and leave me comments. I swear, I promise you, I'd rather have a comment than a like. I like, uplift me, or what you're going through, what you're struggling with. So if you see me anywhere, like I said, like, subscribe, follow, get notifications. Yeah, because I really want to help. That's all I wanted to do in the church. It was to help. So if you know somebody going, through something, and they just, man, they don't know what else to do, man, tell them to hit me up. God, use me for real. I've got, I'm 38 years old. Pretty much, like I said, I pretty much got a PhD in life. I done been through the ringer to the slammer. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, I never want to come from a place of like I'm bragging, but I have a lot of wisdom. Like I've been through a lot. I've been through, this is my second marriage. So I've been through divorce. Me and my wife, just cats and dogs all the time. And, she used to have so much fear of me and my kids. So I know a place of anger. I know, man, the most jealous person or trust issues that you would have thought you would ever have with a man. That was me. All the way down to, man, I would go through her phone while she was sleeping. Man, just all of that. When she went somewhere, you better take a picture of me, accusing her with her family members, accused of her doing things to herself. And it's just like my list goes on and on of a piece of a crap of a person that you can be. Like I am totally 100% transparent. Like there's gonna be a lot of men that ain't gonna like me. Well, neither woman too, because I tell the truth. So, but the men, I come from a place of being real with, how I was. And the thing is I done met so many more people that if I sit there and I talk to you and you tell me that I can talk about the way you talk or the things that you're saying, I can pretty much tell you if you got jealousy, trust issue, anger issues, because I was that. You can't sit there and tell me that you're talking like this and then you don't have that on the backside of you, because that was me. And that, they say game recognize game, and I do. So if you have, like I said, you have problems. Also, my wife, I'm trying to talk her in, trying to help do this with me, because I don't want it to be just, my ministries. I want it to be our ministries together, because, for 11 years, man, we get to be that beacon of hope in somebody else's marriage that, bro, you can make it. You can make it through splitting up, both of y'all being with other people and getting back together. You can make it through cheating, through the anger, through the drugs. You can make it through it all. But it's just, do you want to change? Do you want to have a true relationship with somebody? You know what I'm saying? Because, some of us ain't getting no younger. How many times you going to start over on a new relationship trying to learn that person? Come on, man. You got to stop that. So, and that's where I'm at, man. I told her I can't start over no more, man. I can't deal with somebody else's mess. I know what she's about, and she knows what I'm about. And we got a mutual respect from each other. We're really equally yoked now, and we're there for each other, man. She's my best friend. I love her to death. I shout out to her for even putting up with me for this long, man. I never would have thought our marriage would have made it, and nobody around us did either. I promise you, everybody thought we was not gonna make it. So if you're having marital problems, talk to us. You know what I'm saying? See what we did that worked. See what we do that don't work. Because don't think just because I'm sitting here like we got it all together, because she still ticks me off and I still tick her off on a daily. You know what I'm saying? We still get aggravated. Like, especially, our house is, like I said, beautiful, crazy, man. It's beautiful. It's the family that we have now, but it gets crazy around here, like 0 to 60 real fast. Real fast. And that's how my nerves work too. But I have learned to slow down a lot. I learned, the biggest lesson in life, that I ain't got to say everything that's on my mind. And bro, the peace behind that, if you can learn that, okay? So hopefully, one day that y'all get to see me and my wife doing this together. I think she is, man, because she's like me. She's been through a lot too, and she has a lot of wisdom to offer everybody. She just not as outspoken as I am. So, so maybe on the comments y'all can lift her up too, and put her out there. Like, man, put her on blast. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, just get her out there, man. Maybe it might take y'all help pulling her out her comfort zone, because man, she has a testimony in herself. And man, if you're a woman going through it, bro, you ain't gonna find no better advice. So, um, like I said, like, subscribe, get the notifications, follow me, get me out there, man. Let me help somebody. I love y'all, and as always, I'm always praying for everybody. And man, I'm really excited about this, man. Am I going to mess up a little bit? Yeah, 100%, man. But man, I look forward to the big prize, man. I look forward to the day where I can just get on here, man, and everything's easy and smooth, and I'm playing with it, and I'm getting all the comments, and I got my followers up, and I'm just excited about that, man. I'm excited to show people what God can do. So I love y'all. Like I said, I'm always praying, and I guess I'll see y'all on the next video.